Canuck is a sometimes offensive slang term for a Canadian. The origins of the word are uncertain. History: the Random House Dictionary notes that the term Canuck is first recorded about 1835 as an Americanism, originally referring specifically to a French Canadian. This was probably the original meaning, though in Canada and other countries, Canuck refers to any Canadian. For example, someone residing in Toronto might be considered a Canuck. In fact, the 1835 source cited refers to a foreign speaker. Jonathan distinguishes a Dutch or a French Canadian by the term Canuck. Although its etymology is unclear, possible origins include Canada village, Canada Plasuk, Genna, an obscure term for Irish French Canadians. In Cree-Indian mythology, there existed a wolf spirit called Canuck. This may be a possible origin for the term/name Canuck. An anglicization of the Aboriginal word Canuck. Usage and examples: Canadians use Canuck as an affectionate or merely descriptive term for their nationality. It is not considered derogatory in Canada, although other nationalities may use the word as an affectionate or derogatory term. An abbreviated version of the word, Nucks, is sometimes heard, usually as a colloquial reference to the hockey team. Usage of the term includes the Vancouver Canucks professional hockey team. Canuck is a nickname for the Curtiss JN-4 biplane and Avro CF-100 jet fighter. The CF-100 was the only Canadian-designed and built jet fighter to enter operational service. From 1950–1958, 692 Canucks were built. They remained in service until 1981. One of the first uses of Canuck in the form of Canuck specifically referred to Dutch Canadians as well as the French. The Canada National Rugby Union team is officially nicknamed Canucks. The Canucks Rugby Club, playing in Calgary since 1968. The Crazy Canucks, Canadian alpine ski racers who competed successfully on the World Cup circuit in the 70s. Johnny Canuck, a personification of Canada who appeared in early political cartoons of the 1860s resisting Uncle Sam's bullying. Johnny Canuck was revived in 1942 by Leo Backer to defend Canada against the Nazis. The Vancouver Canucks have adopted a personification of Johnny Canuck on their alternate hockey sweater. The former goaltender for the Canucks, Roberto Luongo, had a picture of Johnny Canuck on his goalie mask. In 1975 in comics by Richard Cumley, Captain Canuck is a super agent for Canadian security, with Redcoat and Quebec being his sidekicks. Captain Canuck had enhanced strength and endurance thanks to being bathed in alien rays during a camping trip. The captain was reintroduced in the mid-1990s, and again in 2004. Operation Canuck was the designated name of a British SAS raid led by a Canadian captain, Buck MacDonald, in January 1945. Canuck also has the derived meanings of a Canadian pony and a French-Canadian patois. Soviet Kanuckistan was an insult used by Pat Buchanan in response to Canada's reaction to racial profiling by U.S. customs agents. During the Vancouver 2010 Olympics, official Canadian Olympic gear bore the term. The Canuck letter became a focal point during the U.S. 1972 Democratic primaries, when a letter published in the Manchester Union Leader implied Democratic contender Senator Edmund Muskie was prejudiced against French Canadians. Soon, as a result, he ended his campaign. The letter was later discovered to have been written by the Nixon campaign in an attempt to sabotage Muskie. The Marvel Comics character Wolverine is often referred to affectionately as the Old Knucklehead due to his Canadian heritage. In the novel Infinite Jest, by David Foster Wallace, French Canadians are often referred to as Nucks. See also, Canadiana, Soviet Kanuckistan, a derogatory nickname for Canada, Canuck letter, Canuck, Saskatchewan, references. External links: History of the Vancouver Canucks National Hockey League team, Canuck Unlimited Canadians airplane crews who operated in Southeast Asia during World War II, Johnny Canuck, with a stamp illustration, Captain Canuck, with a stamp illustration, the word detective.